Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another layout for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And today I am going to be doing the left side of Ginger Bush's sketch that she has created. I'm also combining this with a color Craze palette of this gorgeous gray and, I don't know, sunset orangey red color. I'm not sure. So I've printed my photo in black and white, and then I went through all of my Moonlit Garden from 49 and Market, laser cut pieces and chipboard pieces, and pulled out all of the gray tones that were just beautiful in this collection. So that is what I have there. I also have this Spectrum Gardenia film strip set, and so I pulled out a few pieces because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to need, but I'm not going to use all of them. And today is the day that the Scrapbook Fun Summit actually goes live, so the link will be down below if you want to get your hands on this amazing VIP bundle that I created. So today I am only using a few pieces. So I've got all of these cut files that are part of the kit. There is Ginger's layout, or sketch, I should say. So I've got all of these cut file pieces, and then here in a minute I'm going to show you a couple print then cuts. I also have this cool little cut file that I created to go with my VIP bundle, but it will be available in the shop rather than through the bundle. And I'm thinking about using this Take the Scenic route or Adventures Fill Your Story. And I think these are from the Cedar House collection by American Crafts. I don't have the packaging anymore, so I'm not really sure if that is correct, but I do know they're from American Crafts. And then here is another one of those awesome Stampin' Up! Wood grain pieces that I thought was amazing. I do have this cardstock that is a die cuts with a view that I'm going to use to back my cut file, and it is textured on one side and smooth on the other, and I think I'm going to do the smooth side because I'm fond of the smooth cardstock. Now here is my print then cut, and instead of cutting it in color, I chose to cut it in black and white, and I absolutely love it. Now my printer is it was a little dried, so I do have a few pieces that have some lines through them, but all in all, they are just the same. So here is one in color and one in black and white that I printed just for this this layout here, so I could keep with the gray tones and that sunset red orange color. I also have the mushrooms printed out. Now this is print to fit size. Now you can print them smaller, you can print them, you can't print them any bigger than this, but you can definitely shrink them up and make them even more smaller depending on how big you want them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut out, or not cut out, but poke out all of the little bits and pieces that did not come off of my mat. So basically clean up the cut file a little bit here and there. I tried a new cardstock from American Crafts, and I'm going to have to say it is not my favorite. I'm also going to take this one piece that I pulled out. It's like a layering piece from the Moonlit Garden die cut pack, and I'm going to use it for the base of my mushrooms. But I'm going to spray my cut file with the colorings in a spritz, a shade of gray and Granny Gray from Shimmers, just so that way I get a little bit of sparkle and a little bit more of that gray tone. So another gray shade is what I'm going to get. So I'm going to spray the entire thing with Granny Gray, and then I'm going to barely spray, which means I'm going to get a little bit of splattering using the shade of gray because it's a little on the darker side, because I wanted it to not be one solid color. I wanted it to be mottled toned. And in the end, it really doesn't show how that is going to look, but still, and I do have to say this cut file got really wet and it is a little finicky, but it still looks amazing when it is all done and dried, and I backed it off camera because that was very boring, just gonna say. Okay, so now I'm gonna figure out where I want my photo. Do I want to cover up a couple mushrooms? Do I want them above a couple mushrooms? I'm not really sure, but I do have a gap between my husband and myself where that one up front mushroom fits perfectly. So I am going to snuggle it in right there instead of put it on the lower right hand on the outside. I'm going to put my photo up more in the middle of my circle bit. Middle kind of in the middle, off to the right a little bit. But in Ginger's layout or sketch, she has it in the bottom right-hand corner. And I just really wanted to showcase my cut file more than I wanted to my photo. I know it's awful, but I've got so many of these photos that I felt like I can be creative on a couple of them, right? It could be more about the creativity sometimes than it can be the photo, in my opinion. But sometimes it's also, more about the photo than it is about what's around the photo. So anyways, this is a picture that I took of us walking down the rainforest trail that was part of our whale watching that I did not even know we had. I thought it was all day whale watching and that was it. And it ended up being a small little bus ride going into into this newly formed, is what they called it, rainforest. They said it was a baby, and as we walked through, they discussed certain things of what made it special and the ecosystem that is inside this rain. I mean, it was just very informative, very beautiful. I loved it. Okay, so without even thinking, I picked up the first two cut files that I kind of knew I already wanted to use, or not cut files, I apologize, film strips that I knew I already wanted to use, and instantly started just tucking them here and there and everywhere, and just, I don't know. I already had a vision of how I wanted this layout to go together. I just needed to put down all the things. I mean, that was pretty much it. So before I get too far into layering, I need to remember that I have my print then cut pieces. So I'm going to layer a few things, tuck a few things, and then as I'm gluing this down, I remembered, oh, I have my print then cuts. And so I will get them here in just a heartbeat. I'm also talking with Janet on a Zoom call. And so I get super excited when I talk to her because I want to show her all the things. And every now and then my hand will dart up and over to the left because I'm sharing things with her. I shared that I finally printed a photo in black and white, which I hardly ever do. I'm sharing that I made a new wood tree ring tray. And I wanted a little winter one rather than my all brown one. So I painted it white, and now I have like an aspen tree ring instead of a brown one. And so, yes, I'm just sharing all the things while I am roughing up the edges of these print then cut pieces. I love them in black and white, by the way. I just was so giddy when I pulled them off the mat and just saw how they turned out. It was super fun. I love the little mushrooms. They add a little bit more of the mushrooms into it and a little bit of, I can't say greenery because it's not green, but you get the idea. And then for my cut files, I wanted to tuck them around this wreath so that way the wreath looks more full. And then it also had a little bit more depth and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with all of these greenery pieces that, again, aren't green. I love cutting them in white, and then that way I can color them as I need them per project. I basically, what I did for this cut file, there are, I want to say five different fern leaves to choose from, and I basically put all 5 down, and then when I went to go cut, I basically decided fill the page, and then it told me, okay, 7 of each image is what's going to fill this page, based off of not changing the sizes or doing anything like that. And I thought, okay, perfect. Let's do that. So I'm also tucking and weaving some of these laser cut leaves that were the perfect shade of black because it gave me a darker leaf on my cut file. So I've got lots of shades from white all the way to black, and I just really do like that and how it looks and everything. And then I'm going to put my title right down below my photo, just like Ginger did, except for a little over. I'm filling in the gap and putting it right underneath my mushrooms. And that is my layout. I am super happy with how this turned out, and it was so super simple and easy. I can't really say it all comes as a kit, but it kind of did. Especially just picking out a few black elements, having a black and white, and then just adding one little color. This was super fun. I've never made a layout like this before, and it was really, really fun. I guess I made a purple and black layout the other day, or last month, I want to say, but yeah. Does that count too? Maybe it does. I'm not sure. But this was so fun and so fast and easy, because of everything that was already put together and the print and cuts and all that good stuff. All right, you guys, don't forget to check out all the links that I have down below. I have a couple links for Christy's Beautiful Life, a link to her Facebook group, and then a link to the album in case you want to go and see who all is playing along with Ginger's gorgeous sketch. And then, of course, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is my partner in crime in the Color Craze series, and so I can't wait to see what she did with her layout and this color scheme as well. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.